I've heard a lot about your dad actually not passing away from AIDS.
Yeah.
Is there anything you could share about that?
You hit it on the nose. We don't feel like as a family, we don't feel like he passed away from AIDS. It's like I tell you, as a kid, you kind of think as individual has the same stature. You know what I mean? You don't think that now, as far as how much basketball players are making in this world, but $10 million in 1995, is a lot of money. You feel me? Being worth $50 million in the early 90s is a lot of money compared to now. It's a lot of money now, but you got players making $250 million and all that and the other. You look at it like, oh, that's what it was. But yeah, we're talking about in the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like, African American man, from Compton, California, owns everything, his own masters, his own label and everything, worth this much. Yeah. So when you think back then, it's like, again, you're being told in the media and everything else, he has the same thing Magic Johnson has. You know what I mean? So as a kid, you kind of be like, that can't be true. Why? Well, if he's still living, then why he can't? Why my daddy get hurt, die that fast, or this happened? So we didn't believe it. It was a lot of stories that were going on. Doctors on floors that weren't supposed to be there, not real doctors. Individuals on a roof, security coming here, security coming here. So you know what I mean? Just knowing the stature of what he was. You feel what I'm saying? As you get older, as young, you look at it confusing. As you get older, you start understanding like, oh, some more deeper shit going on than the average. You know what I mean? And then again, when I you gotta think as a kid, bro, I was in a private school. My father kept me in a private school. My grandmother told me he wanted me to keep my education high. You know what I mean? And when I got to a public school, which was the first high school I went through, my grandmother put me in a special program where I had to keep a 4.0 GPA. So in that transition of going to high school, they were like, hey, well, you could choose your electives. So I wanted to take physical health, you know what I mean? I wanted to find out what this disease was, you feel what I'm saying? Like that, what fucked my life up, you know what I mean? In the form of taking my father away from me, you know what I mean? So when I found out a lot of things and you get older and you look at facts of what's what, there's a lot of things that I just didn't see that was right for them to do back then. You know what I mean? Surgeries and, different procedures that you wouldn't think that you would do for a person that has full-blown AIDS, you feel what I'm saying? So, just doing that, and it's some leniency here and there to it as far as what was okay, what's not okay, but what just definitely was not clicking to me with the right way was how he died so fast. I'm an AIDS activist now. You feel what I'm saying? I went from country to country, did talks for Ghana, Belgium, just AIDS clinics, facilities, AIDS walk. Was doing it every year. You know what I mean? All off my education that I want to find out about this disease. You know what I mean? And every single step of the way that I do, I'm associated with individuals who run it. And these individuals who run these organizations are getting me to come out here and paying me to come talk or flying me out the country are individuals who are living with AIDS, full-blown AIDS. You know what I mean? And just hearing their story and catching up on the facts of what's what and what you can do and how you can live. I still didn't understand of how my father was attacked so fast from it, and died from it. You know what I mean? You have individuals who children were born with it from the time was and now older than me. You know what I mean? So they just schooled me, educated me on things. I educated myself all the way from, 12, 13 years old, you know what I mean? And still to this day, I just would never believe my father died of AIDS.
Well, nobody around him has it, right?
I have a little sister who was born after he passed away. She was born September 28th, 1995. She's healthy and living. The individual who carried her, my stepmother, and conceived her, she's healthy and living. His side females, his everything else you could think of are healthy and living. You know what I mean? Even if it's one mysterious one, and in time being, I'm gonna at a time go sit down and talk to her, which was a significant individual that was a part of his life behind the scenes that everybody knew about it. She's still to this day living. So you ask yourself like, hey, well, what the fuck happened, or what was that the signal him out and took him out? You know what I mean? So I never believe that, me myself.
Have you went back and checked with the hospital and tried to look at records or anything?
By the time I got to that age, it wasn't a drive for me to go want to find out. I just know, you know what I mean? Only God knows, and I feel like, you know what I mean, in the sense that, you know what I mean, he's reassuring me as far as when my thought process is going is not in the wrong way, but my sisters did. I never wanted to really do it. My sisters did, and again, you got forged signatures, you got doctors who can't find right now, you got death certificates that were altered, you know what I mean? You got all kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So you know, it's a mystery to it. You know what I mean? Individuals just ask me, it's like it'll be a time I'll speak on it in a documentary. But as far as in just, you know, it was my sister's dreams to want to really find out. I was at that age to where me finding out is going to do what, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll do. Oh, okay, we knew that. We knew that. You know, like, wow, okay, at least I cleared it up. No, I know already. You know, something wrong. As big as he was, as important as he was, as much as he had, as much as he was worth. You know what I mean? It just, in this crazy ass fucked up world, you know what I mean? It just, you just know there was some, you know, conspiracy bullshit to it. You know, that's just that, you know, and it's just me. I just feel like if we know it, I try to teach my sisters, is like, why dig up something that's going to be like yesterday's hurt? You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that hurt right there fucked our lives up to the sense at a young age. You feel what I'm saying? We still have pain from it. You feel what I'm saying? It's still certain things that we go through. It's still habits of things that I do and don't realize that I do it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you have some people who love you to sit here and you know, kind of tell you about yourself, and you won't realize some of that stuff to this day, the age I am now, of why I do that or why it's like that. You feel what I'm saying? And then it'll break me to understanding, like, damn, you know what I mean? I'm not perfect, but maybe those were like the little nicks that I just kept closed up and then let, you know what I mean, grow or heal the proper way. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it could be my anger, it could be a loud lash, anything. Those are all, you know, just certain situations and things of the pain that I grew up with, you know, I mean, of not having my daddy and not knowing what really happened to my father. You feel what I'm saying? It was just, hey, let's deal with this. He's dead. Here, go on with life. You feel what I'm saying? This is what life is. Hey, continue. You know what I mean? We like damn near 30, you know, almost 30 years now to where individuals are thinking about, oh, what if? Or we don't think this was right. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even think about the kids. You know, you think that shit, I give a fuck about that? Like, you know what I mean? Can it bring them back? Can I rewind and go back and get raised with them? You feel what I'm saying? And then they don't understand is I'll go rewind, go back, get raised from, and be broke, not knowing who my father is, just knowing that he was a father that wants to be there for you. I would love that. Care about the money, fame, or anything like that. I just want my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So me having kids, you understand how detrimental it is not having a father figure in your life.